Let's see. Today, I'm going to a friend's wedding, so I just want to film a regular old fucking get ready with me. I'm just gonna keep it normal, relatively normal today. I just took a shower, so I need to start skincare. I'm gonna use the cream skin mist from Laneige. And the actual cream skin toner. I should put some on my lips too. I moved my makeup vanity thing to the living room. Actually, my whole like work stuff to the living room, and I just threw out my sofa. So actually, my sofa is sitting over there to be thrown away. And I just bought a new sofa bed. The sofa over there is more like one of those artistic sofas that are kind of almost like just a futon that sits on the floor. It was cute, but like it doesn't really function well as a sofa because I don't know, it was weird. So I decided to actually just buy a real sofa. Let me put one more layer just in case. And then IOPE Stem III Ampoule. Right, you guys are gonna crucify me, but I'm actually not going to use sunscreen today because the sunscreen I tend to use, I do really enjoy, but sometimes I just feel like sunscreen doesn't make makeup look very good throughout the day. And not that the one that I use, it's not like it does that. And also I'm going to be using a tone-up cream, so I just want to keep the products as minimal as possible for the skin. I bought this Innisfree Jeju Cherry Blossom tone-up cream because she just attracted me at the store. Tone-up cream I tend to use is the 3C Milk one, but this is the 3C one, this is the Innisfree one. You can see this one is a lot more creamy. Not creamy, this one is a lot more light, and this one is a lot more, what's the word? Whipped, creamy, that sort of texture. Almost like a moisturizing cream. It's not gonna replace your moisturizing cream, but the texture is more like that. And that was my first time using it actually. I swatched it a lot of times on my hand, but I never actually tried it because I wanted to try it on camera. But it really, like, it didn't make me like 4 shades lighter, but it brought up a lot of the shadowy areas on my face. Now I can at least use less foundation. This Jeju Cherry Leaf Extract. I never like know whether those things actually do anything, but sure. And then the only primer sort of thing, I mean, I guess could you call this a primer? Maybe. Is the Medea Lasting Base that I got in Japan. I'm still using it every day. I did notice that after regular use, it kind of dries out my nose in a way, which isn't bad because I don't want my nose to be oily, but it almost makes my nose a little bit rough. So I have been exfoliating, not more regularly, but these days I haven't been using exfoliating products because I need my skin to recover. But on my nose, I did use like a peeling toner. I spread that on my nose and I just smooth it out with a sponge. Actually, I have this sponge. Do you see this is not, I'm gonna go wet this, hold on. Do you see this shit? Hold on. This is a regular beauty. I mean, this is a beauty blender that's dry. But do you see the? Can you get your base done faster? I guess. I've been really into eSpoir lately. I don't know why. I have 2 foundations that I really like from them. Their Pro Tailor Be Silk foundation. This isn't new. They've had this, but they renewed their foundation lines so that they look more uniform, and it's divided between the Glow version and just the Be Silk version. So I have the Be Silk version, which I think I'm gonna use. But the newer one is the eSpoir Taping Cover Cushion. Around the time that Tarte Shape Tape was really popular, eSpoir came out with their own version called the Taping Concealer. So it's like their version of like a super high coverage, long wearing concealer, but they came out with a cushion version of it. This shit covers everything. 근데 I feel like liquid foundation lasts a little bit longer and I can apply it more thinly. So I'm gonna use the Be Silk one. And the reason I really like the Be Silk one is that if you're the type of person that needs pore coverage, and so you use pore primers, but you're not into the idea of like putting on too many products, like a pore primer, because maybe it doesn't work with your skin or it's just too many products with your foundation. I mean, there are foundations that will cover your pores because they're thick, but this one is extremely light. It's already running down my hand. I don't know what it is, but there's like a soft powdery finish that it leaves that like smooths your skin out as if you put powder on. I have no idea. Oh my God, no, just kidding. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. I need to color correct a little bit. I'm gonna use the 3 CE color correctors. I'm gonna show you how I use these. I'm gonna take a flat foundation brush. This has a little bit of an angle where this side is like flat, but this side is like sort of a buffing brush sort of thing. So, you know, use the one side to kind of blend out product. But I kind of just get product on the very tips of the bristle and just lightly kind of brush away the redness. I'm not trying to like make it like a layer. And then the salmon one, just lightly touching it in there. So I've built up these really thin layers of product before the tone-up cream, and then these really thin layers of color corrector. So that way I can use way less foundation. Like this is not even, I don't really push the pump. I kind of like do that to the very top so that it comes out a little bit. Okay, and then use the puff. Mine is in the color Petal Y, and they have like, they actually have quite a number of shades. It's like, I actually filmed a vlog going there buying it, but I just never posted it. I'm gonna use whatever's left on my forehead, and then I'm gonna use this Clio concealer because it adds just that little bit extra coverage. But like the name Airy Fit, Airy Fit really is thin. It's also really good if you don't really need coverage, because maybe let's say you have a really great foundation that covers pretty much anything, like let's say this, but maybe you just want to like brighten the center of your face with just a lighter concealer. But again, you don't want anything extra heavy. The Airy Fit concealer is really good. The sun is really starting to come out, so I have to like put on the ND filter on my camera. I forgot to put something on my lips. I'm gonna use the Dear Dahlia Paradise Lip Oil. I got their Blooming collection and I always wanted to review, but I never found the right time. The one that had like this pinkier marble packaging. This is the regular packaging, but they came out with an edition for spring. I don't know, the eyeshadow in there wasn't very pigmented like at all. I mean, I can understand like, oh, a light wash of color of like lavender pink, but that shit really did like not show up on my skin. I think it would suit a very fair skin. Okay, now I'm gonna do eyebrows. Excel. I think I'm gonna go for a slight round shape, not like completely straight, but not completely arched. My eyebrow kind of like falls downwards here, so I'm just gonna follow that. I normally would straighten that out. It's more like this. This one curves down a little bit more, but blah, I don't care. They're sisters, they're not twins. And then there's like a little powder in the middle. Use that to smooth out the front. Blend her out. Kind of running it over the top line so it doesn't look too harsh. The arch on this one goes back a little bit more than this eye. It looks kind of too much with my current hair color, so I need to actually recolor my brow. I'm gonna use the IOPE Skinny Brow Concealer to like really lighten my brow and cover up this color. And then use the regular XL eyebrow mascara to give the brow the color I need. Okay, I think that should be light enough. Okay.
여기 안 나오지?
안 나와요. 나와도 돼? 상관없어. Okay. Now, contouring my nose. I'm gonna use the Canmake one. I've been so into this. I just like that this is not too pigmented because the Kevin one, I can get real crazy with that one. Oh, this dual-ended brush from 3CE. I like that this is kind of like a fluffy angled brush. Start at the front, and then at the top, kind of like going down naturally with whatever's left on the brush, which is pretty much nothing. I'm kind of just dragging down the powder that I blend up here. I'm not going to use the highlighter in there. Would you? Where the fuck is it? Ah, here we go. It was already right in front of me. I'm going to use the Pony Effect Cover Fit Foundation Powder in Natural Ivory, a much lighter yellow color, to reinforce, like, basically lighten any shadowy areas. So on the side of the nose. And also my dark circle, if there's anything left. Putting a lighter concealer powder or whatever right here between your cheek and your nose contour. Kind of makes like this area look more like it's flushed with your cheek, so it snatches your nose a little bit more. Whatever's left, just... Oh, Auro got a new laptop case. Doesn't it suit his personality? 봐봐, 뭐죠? Ice cream.
Like me.
And then I want the focus to be my lips and my cheeks today, because the outfit I'm gonna wear is very like schoolboyish. There's like a lot of lip products that I bought recently. Etude House came out with I think it's a revamp of their lip talks, which is like lipsticks that I've had for like ever. They like they renewed everything. They organized it by like finish. I got two shades, a matte salmon color and like a regular satin. Is satin the right word? It's really, really pretty. But I have like a billion of these colors. But then I also got these juicy tints from Roman. I don't know if she's a YouTuber first, but she has a YouTube channel and she has like a brand. Actually, I think Joan did a video with her. I got her long-lasting juicy tints. Here's the peach one. This is the apple red one, which is a really cute color. And this is like, it's like their berry shade. They swatch like this, but they look a little bit different on the lips, especially depending on your lip color. Like mine, I have like a really deep lip color, so this is gonna show up a little bit different. It's been a while since I used tints, so I think I'm just gonna use the tint because I am a lazy bitch and I don't feel like touching on my lips throughout the day. So what I do is I just spread it out on my bottom lip and now kind of get onto my top lip, like a little bit past my top lip. Oh my god, speaking of which, sometimes Big Marvel's videos will pop up in my feed. They'll be like the video when we went to like the cat cafe. And I don't know what the fuck I was doing that day. I think it was going through that, when I was going through that phase of like, you know, I got my lip fillers done, so I was like, oh, my big ass juicy lips. I would even, not just the top lip, but also past the bottom lip. So it's like this really clear, like, obviously on the skin. I mean, you can see this on the skin, but I don't know, it's a little bit more balanced, I feel. But also, it was like really hot that day, so it's almost like my eye makeup and my blush kind of disappeared, so it's all that was left was my lips. But then I was wearing like this really like casual sort of like black t-shirt and like I don't know what the fuck I was doing. And so like nothing matched, and so watching the video I'm just like, what the fuck was going on? I am disgusted. Sometimes we just speak in the past. Blush, I'm gonna take my 3CE blush powder. I'm gonna actually use several colors. I'm gonna use two brushes. Slightly smaller one, a little bit more fluffy. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this kind of like, not red, it's like a apricot-y, salmon-y, reddy, apple-y, I don't know. I'm gonna take it on my smaller brush at the top, just like, and then we're done. This is not different from like last year's summer when I
mentioned like how I make that sort of like natural blush look, where I use like 3 blush colors. If you can find, there's a lot, even drugstore have, you can kind of like look at it as not necessarily each blush is like, okay, which blush do I want to use today? Try mixing them. It depends on the colors, of course. If I'm doing this look, I tend to use a reddy color, a more pink, and a more orangey tone. And when you mix them, it kind of get this really nice watercolory sort of blush. I'm gonna take this shade up here, which is more apricot-y, and blend that on the outside. Blend, if you couldn't blend out that red with the other 2 colors. I kind of want it to look a little bit more like, not unblended, but like kind of splotchy doesn't sound nice, but more like, if that makes sense. I want it to look a little bit more rough. If you think it's too much, then of course you can turn it down with your big ass sponge. Now with the lips and the cheeks on, I can gauge how much eyeshadow I need. It probably isn't going to be that much. Yeah, no, let's just use a regular single eyeshadow. Let's like keep it really fucking simple today. LAKA May single eyeshadow. It's just a brown. Let's be honest. But now with that on, it almost looks like I want more blush. I think I'm gonna go there. This is why it's important to start with the main point color of your look, because when everything else is on, then you can gauge, again, how much you need of everything else. And when I put the eyeshadow on, it almost seemed like there wasn't enough blush. I mean, I have way more than enough blush, but for the look that I want. I think that it went too far, you can take a powder and cut that down by the side of the nose. Actually, no, I'm gonna powder my face using the III Glow Powder. Now this sounds weird, glow powder. I've talked about this before, but I love this powder because it will set the makeup, but it actually doesn't last that long in terms of, like kind of, if you have oily skin, the oil will just come through and not eat it up and make it look patchy nasty, but it kind of just absorbs into your skin basically. If you need to set the makeup so that it like stays like in place, or you need to like smooth out your skin, but you don't want that dry powdery matte look, that's a really great powder. Or if you need to put powders on top of your skin, but you need it to blend more smoothly. Need more. And just for a little dimensiones on the outside, I'm going to use the Anastasia bronzer in Rosewood on this Japanese. Really great, but just really long and fluffy and like just really bendy. So when you're doing the side, it makes it really easy. And also the handle's made of wood, so when I tap it, I'm not worried about getting any kinks on the ferrule, because with most brushes, the ferrule is like metal, and so it will create little like dents. I'm not using it as contour, but for some reason, whenever I use this to kind of like just add warmth on the outer corner, it does actually a really decent job of like giving my jaw definition. I kind of have no chin, so. And as the last thing to highlight my nose, I'm gonna use highlighter. I don't know if I ever showed this on camera, but the 3C strobing highlighter is probably the strongest highlighter I've seen from a K-beauty brand before. It's probably even more highlightery than most of my American highlighters too, especially this color in the middle. The thing is though, it's so soft. Actually, this is my second one because the first one
broke because this one, it was so, you know, I've experienced that before with eyeshadows from 3C. They're so soft that they break in the pan. Do you see that? This one is kind of like a rose gold shade. So good if you have like a blush and you want to add glow to the blush. This one is a little bit more of a beige highlight, and this one is kind of a more champagne highlight. So, but if you put too much, it can end up looking like kind of obvious on the skin. So, word of caution. I'm not gonna put it on my cheeks because I don't want it. It's part of the look. Sadly, I'm sorry. God, I kind of want to put more blush on. Is that crazy?
아이고, 아주 꽃 같아.
아?
꽃 같아.
Flower 같다고? 아, 뭐지?
이거 같아. 그치, 잘 어울리지.
Okay, I'm actually gonna show you guys how I do my hair. But Mimi is in the restroom, so she has the blow dryer, so I'll wait. Okay, I blew dry my hair. I cut my hair yesterday, thank the Lord, because these fucking roots were not the business. So tried to do like a sort of down the middle, half sort of thing. That was not cute, because I think it would have been okay, but because my bleach is so fresh, it almost like matched my forehead. So when you kind of looked away from far away, my forehead just looked way bigger than it already is, so it looked crazy. So what I normally do, actually, what I'm gonna do today is, when I do this a lot, it kind of falls naturally to this sort of parting, so that's just what I'm gonna do. Split down the middle, I'm gonna take an alligator clip.
Yeah.
And while I'm pulling down, just bend it halfway. This already actually has a curve in it, this flat iron, so. To get this natural like sort of thing. If it doesn't do that and it falls the other way while it's still hot, grab it and using your hands force it to move this way so that it cools going the right direction. It actually doesn't take that much time. I could be taking bigger chunks while passing through a little bit slower, but I don't know, I just didn't do that. The opposite side, like the smaller section, this half tends to do that thing where it will flip the other way, so that's when I need to grab it and make it cool the right way. Luckily today she's behaving like I want her to, so. And then all the hair in the back, I kind of just blindly grab sections and just make sure that they're just not completely straight. I kind of just add some volume to them. This is all fine and fresh, but the important thing now is to actually use hairspray. There's like these little pin clips thing. In Korea they call them pins, but they're clips, as the Americans say. If you look at like pictures of idols, and I'm not saying this is the only idols do, but if you see pictures of idols going to like the music shows, like in the morning, they'll have these like in their hair. It's just to make sure that the places where there has to be volume and places that need to be set in different places stay there. So what I actually use this for is right where the line is, pinch the two halves together. Oh shit, that's not it. Like that. I'm not gonna keep it like this forever, but while it's like this, I'm gonna hairspray it. I did Arrow's hair.
너 스카이 블루 있어?
Sky blue?
Oh.
Which is sky blue?
셔츠.
Oh, okay. I let it dry or set for a good few minutes while I was doing Arrow's hair. So I'm just gonna take my Tangle Teezer brush and brush it out so it's not too crunchy. Like I just want it to naturally look like I have like a wave in my hair. Basically, now I'm gonna change into my clothes. I'll be right back. So I actually went to Monsta X's We Are Here concert the first day, and I was completely inspired by their Because you know how like every boy group, whenever they have concerts, there's always a section in the middle where they do like cute stuff, so they dress like really cute. So they had like this sort of schoolboy concept. So they were wearing Polo Ralph Lauren, but Polo is really, I mean, in general, it's a really expensive brand. It's a quite pricey brand, but in Korea it's more expensive. So I only got two things. I got the shirt that Wonho was wearing. This alone was already almost $100, which I'm not trying to flex, but like, it's a cute t-shirt, but what's X? So I got this shirt. I think it was Minhyuk was wearing this one, this sweater. And the thing is, it's a wedding, so Mimi said that at a wedding, you shouldn't wear white because it'll take attention off the bride, which makes sense. And I feel like just this alone looks a little bit funny to be wearing at a wedding. So I'm gonna put this over, even though it's kind of hot. Oh wait, just kidding. Oh, speaking of which, the shirt underneath this one and these pants, not these pants, these shorts, it's the same brand as that hoodie that I wore like a lot when it was colder. It kind of has those Polo Ralph Lauren vibes, but it's not, I mean, it's still kind of pricey, but it's not as. It's just like the shorts were about $40, and this t-shirt was about $40, I think. And they have it at A-Land, so if you're in A-Land.
Also in the back, there's like this garter thing to make it the shorts a little tighter, because before it was almost looking like a one of those like skirts. It was looking like a skirt, so I made it a little bit tighter to make it more straight, I guess. Also, the shorts, the pockets go straight down. They're not one of the ones that like go to the side where some of your stuff can fall out. So if it has shorts, I lost my Airbnb key in one of those shorts once, so yeah, this is good. And because this is kind of like a mostly white sort of look, when I go outside, I bought this blue trench coat. It's like an oversized short trench coat from E.D.V, as you know, one of my favorite brands. And the little A in its own little pouch. So if you do take a, like, it's okay if I wear this, but if we're like taking a picture, I can just throw her on. You know?
오, 멋있다.
But my legs are like these tiny little tteokbokki sticks sticking out from beneath.
You look good, gorgeous.
Thanks, Avila.
Yeah.
Conveniently, there are these socks that they were selling at A-Land from the brand Edward Max, and they just say school. They're really thick. They have like this kind of like ribbing sort of thing. So I'm gonna wear these with these Dr. Martin shoes. Can you see from over there? Oh wait, I almost forgot my bag. I also bought these two bags at A-Land because I felt like I would need them at some point in the future. I don't remember the brand. BELLEBEAU, I guess. But they're very like, this lettering is very like schoolboy. But this one is like this little thing, so this is so much, it's like a little lunchbox. So I don't know. This one also has like a strap, but I didn't attach it yet. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention. With my hair, I think this is still popular. See-through bangs with girls. Like they'll have bangs, but it'll just be like a few hairs. In the same way I kind of do that. A majority of the hair I'll kind of just push back, but I will keep a few of the hairs kind of at the front. And I think, like if you want that sort of like parted look, but if you have like a big forehead like me, this kind of keeps it from looking like too much and too much skin, too much forehead skin. All right, see you. Bye.